লিঙ্ক কাজ করে তৌফিক ভাই লিঙ্ক কাজ করে দোয়ারে ওকে লাইভ শুরু হয়েছে
তৌফিক ভাই ম্যাপ ভিউ তাড়াতাড়ি
ইয়াসিন ভাই
ম্যাপ ভিউ
আপনি বললে আমি স্টার্ট করব ওকে
ম্যাপ ভিউ দিছি
দিছেন ম্যাপ ভিউ কই আপনার ম্যাপ
ম্যাপ ভিউ মনে হয় না চলতেছে। বললেন কমেন্ট্রি কখন স্টার্ট করতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? স্টার্ট করব নাকি আরো কিছুক্ষণ ওয়েট করতে হবে আমার?
স্টার্ট করেন, স্টার্ট করেন।
আপনাদের দুইজনের মাইকই অফ।
স্টার্ট করেন।
ওকে ওকে। Okay, guys, we're back again to in PUBG Bangladesh Pro League Day 1 Qualifier, and we can already see the fight has begun. People have started taking their guns, and now we're seeing Bad Ref. Bad Ref দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে shotgun নিয়েছে, and Bad Ref still looting. Bad Ref from Team Valorous. Team Destroyer Xylence. Okay, Team Destroyer is a new team in this tournament, or a new name team in this tournament. So আজকে দেখা যাবে Silence is a old veteran player. Reverend taking damage, is very low on health. এখন আমরা দেখতে পারছি যে Silence enemy খুঁজে ট্রাই করছে। Silence still picking around Georgia Pool containers. We have 4 different teams over here in Georgia Pool containers. This will be concerning for every teams because এখানে আমরা দেখতে পারবো আজকে যে early on অনেক ফাইট হবে, and early on fights যেই জিততে পারবে তাদের টিমে সবচেয়ে বেশি পয়েন্টস থাকবে, and তারাই early on একদম টপ টিয়ার লিস্টে থাকতে পারবে on the tournament list. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমিন from Syndicate looking for a kill shot. Going for a clean spray. Can Amin take him down? No, he doesn't take his opponent down. Fortunately, his opponent is moving away up. Amin is still trying. Amin almost very low, but Amin couldn't. Unfortunately, Syndicate couldn't get a kill. Amin is still going for it. Amin এখনো পিছনে দৌড়াচ্ছে, trying to go for a kill. এখানে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি BDX থেকে iFlank and Musa ভাই getting couple of kills. Revenant finally getting a kill on Edolix. এখন আমরা আমিনকে দেখছি, আমিন জাস্ট লুট করছে। Excalibur from BDX Viper. Excalibur in the BD71 clan. This tournament is hosted by BD71, by the way, guys. Make sure to check out our clan. This tournament is sponsored by Hostcarm, so make sure to check out the sponsor. It helps our community a lot. Musabhai has got a kill under his belt. iFlank and D Company, all of them has a kill under their belts. 3 kills for Team BDX so far. BDX Vipers are moving strong very early on within 430 minutes. They already got 3 kills under their name. That is really a good progression, I can see, and that's what I love to see, early kills. Now counter-attack from Bangladesh Falcons, take a huge hit from Mahin. Now Bulu Boss from Bangladesh Falcons digging a TPP. Now we see Mantasif taking a couple of shots. Mantasif connected a shot previously, and he's still trying to get one more shot connected. Maybe he can take one player down, but no, Mantasif doesn't get a knock. And the enemy team barely is able to run away. তাদের বোট থেকে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে ধোঁয়া বেরোচ্ছে, but they survive Mantasif's power. Team Genesis. Bangladesh Falcon, Bulu Boss. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি মাদাসিফ is trying to still find a boat. একটা boat লাগবে মাদাসিফদের team. Genesis, Dead Blast, knocked you before, Squeeze out Alex. Very strong players in Team Genesis. Tournament winners in one team. এখানে অনেক টিমই আছে যেসব টিমের অনেক ভালো potential আছে to secure the win in this match. And I just want to see how creative they will be today, securing the win. Buluba still looting on the open, slowly but surely making sure his both unreloaded guns are reloaded. Counterattack still looting very slowly, taking his time without any rotation plans. Squeeze out Alex finally looking for some kills, still seeking players if he can find a one. এখন আপাতত কিচ্ছু দেখা যাচ্ছে না। And Squeeze out Alex and Knocked You Before decide করলো যে they need to move with the boat. এখন ফুল টিম একসাথে রোটেশন মেক করার জন্য রেডি হচ্ছে behind the boat. আমরা অনেক কাছে প্রিমসকে তাদের একটা টিম দেখতে পারছি বাট আনফরচুনেটলি দে নেভার টুক আ ফাইট. আই কন্টিনিউ PD71 থেকে সিকিং এনিমিজ আউট, খোঁজার চেষ্টা করছে. আই কন্টিনিউ এখনো জানে না এনিমি আশেপাশে আসে নাকি. সো হি ইজ জাস্ট কন্টিনিউইং টু লুট. I-71 spotted Fazby. I-71 connected a shot on Fazby. I-7 I continue going in. Red Dragon, TX Mushfikur seeking for a shot and gets a clean headshot on Fazby. Nice headshot by Mushfikur. Mushfikur is getting ready to get one more headshot. Nafiz from a long distance lurking, watching if he could see or save his friend. Fazby still knocked out. Nafiz going in. Team Z Force. And Nafis taking too many shots. Nafis is already knocked out. Evil spray Whitey got a clean spray on Nafis. Fazby is finished off. Team Z Force isn't looking good for Team Z Force anymore, honestly. I continue. And DX Mustriker, Evil spray Whitey, they're dominating Team Z Force at this moment. Now we can see the bird's eye view how dominant team BD71 is becoming against Z-Force. Z-Force doesn't stand a chance at the moment, but Z-Force finally is revolting, and we can see Deathstalker getting double knocks, and Deathstalker finally gets knocked out by Red Dragon. Red Dragon from BD71 Esports taking his anchor play correctly, and finally, but Red Dragon needs to engage, keep on engaging, and Red Dragon gets one more headshot. Clean headshot by Red Dragon, and he's doing the perfect anchor play. This is what I love to see. Red Dragon is still putting on the pressure, and the enemy is still running away. Can Team Z4 survive? Oh yes, they do, but unfortunately for BD71 Esports, we can see I continue with his knock and finish off. Hopefully they can go and get a kill or recall on their team. And now BD71 Esports finally finishing off their kills and getting those juicy 3 points from Team Z-Force, and BD71 Esports is already ahead when it comes to points by kills. Good play by BD71 Esports. I loved it. এখনো আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে অনেক প্লেয়ার জোনের বাইরে রয়ে গেছে, জোনে রোটেশন করা বাকি আছে, অ্যান্ড হোপফুলি অনেক প্লেয়ার্সরা রেডি হচ্ছে জোনে ঢোকার জন্য, কারণ ইটস অলরেডি ফেজ 2 অ্যান্ড টুর্নামেন্টের মধ্যে স্টেইং আউটসাইড অফ দ্য জোন ইভেন আফটার ফেজ 2 ইজ নট গুড. সবার ভিতরে থাকা উচিত, অর অ্যাটলিস্ট দে শুড ট্রাই টু not take zone damage or make good rotations. Either way, জোনের বাইরে ওরকম একটা risk নেওয়া উচিত না because they need to cross the island and that they can potentially be bridge camp. And now we can see Haku Kale getting double knocks. Haku Kale. And now we are seeing Side X being knocked out. Mir Mahin going for a knockout. Dadun is trying to find a shot. Team Night Hunters still putting on a pressure. Nice shot by Dadun. Dadun takes down Mir Mahin with a clean spray with M416. A clean headshot right there. Dadun going for a grenade to make sure the team is being pressurized by him. Dadun still trying to find his skill. Dadun is still trying to make a pressure. Now Team Warbound Esports, Bengal Harami is trying to find a headshot on the USZ, but I don't think he'll get one. Now Haku Kale is making a pressure. Haku Kale finally going for a full pressure. Team Night Hunters might get some kills over here and they can finally get their team going, and Team Destroyers was under real bad pressure at the moment. Silence was able to save their team. Night Hunters still making sure they're ready for a push. Internet. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. Sorry from my side. My internet went out. It's a bad situation in Bangladesh politics right now. Now we can see Side X from Team Destroyer and Revenant trying to find a shot on Haku Kale. Suskito. We are back on Revenant. Team Destroyer putting a pressure. Team Destroyer finally turning their favors. Night Hunters currently under real pressure. Zoner bahire tara. Haku Kale taking a lot of damage from the zone. He's healing up. Now he's in a good position out. Xylan still taking damage from the zone. Team Destroyer needs to get inside the zone. Dadun taking a lot of damage from Xylans, and now he's almost knocked out by the zone, but he survived since it's phase 3 only. Kito trying to find a headshot. Ivan X, Lazy Boy from Team Frenzy. They're doing good with rotation. Now we can see Dan Dadun. And finally, Dan Dadun gets a knock on Team Revenant. Team Destroyers Revenant. And X-Side gets a kill on Haku Kale. Team Destroyer is still in this match with 3 kills. And we can see Valorous Legion Esports is already eliminated and knocked out by Nafi and Audi Monster. And D Company gets a clean knockout, and iPlank also gets a knockout on Maladaji. And Mr. White is knocked out, and everyone from Team Haku is being knocked out. And Excalibur going for a finish on Mr. White, and Fuga Z is also finished off, and we can see Team Night Hunters is eliminated. Team Night Hunters got eliminated. Suddenly we can see Team Destroyer has completely turned the tables in their favor. Austere gameplay from Team Destroyer, austere teamwork. None of their players died. That's what we love to see. Perfect teamwork, perfectionist overall. এখন Musa Bhai taking shots. Can Musa Bhai connect? Musa Bhai is still trying to find a shot on Nafis. Nafis outside of the zone. Being pressurized by the zone. Musa Bhai keeping the pressure on. Rad is finishing up Bengal Harami. Excalibur finishing off Egon X, Lazy Boy. Rude Bunny getting finished off. D Company. And now we can see Prime Thursday going for a finish on I Flank. I Flank is in a very bad state right now. I don't think his teammate will be able to save him. And I Flank is about to die. D Company is trying his best, but I think I Flank is dead. Yes, he's dead. Unfortunately, D Company was a little bit late to save his buddy. Prime Thursday, perfect gameplay by him. Prime Thursday, silent from Team Silent Storm. Ekhono 4টা player alive. And nice driving by Prime Thursday, I guess. Jahid Whitey, Bangladesh Falcons, still in this game. Love to see new players still surviving in this game. Squeeze out Alex taking a huge shot. That body armor bhenge geche. He needs to be careful. He's a one shot for AWM when it comes to body shots. এখন Squeeze out Alex careful থাকতে হবে. Team Genesis is doing pretty well. তাদের 4টা player alive. Excalibur getting multiple kills today. Having a very good day, I see. Excalibur still maintaining a pressure. Excalibur going for a Molotov. Musawai getting a knock on Intenser. Excalibur still pressuring. And we can see D Company getting a knockout with a grenade. Nice grenade by D Company. And Team BDX Viper is on a killing spree. They are dominating this first match on today. And Team Frenzy is also eliminated. What are Team BDX Viper doing? They're dominating today's match. Oh my god. And Nafi is getting a lot of free kills right here. Nafi got one more kill secured for his team. Nafi with 3 kills right now. And Nafi getting more knockouts. Oh my god, Nafi got so many kills right there. Just within the moment. Wow. Nafi really took advantage of getting those free kills right there. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি Avi Monster getting in the car, making sure they're getting the rotation finish because তারা এখনো জোনের বাইরে. এখন Team Destroyer, you can see. Oh, Team Destroyer also has 10 kills. Now they are on a killing spree. Team Destroyer is doing really well. W for the win is eliminated. Dead Blast has finished off the last player, RF 1971. And Sidex taking shot from D Company. D Company still looking for a couple of kill shots. Hungry for kills. Musawai is knocked out by Samurai. Nafis, the only player from Team Z was alive. Nafis gets a knockout on Mir Mahin. Nice play by Nafis. Excite is being finished off. Nice play by Nafis right there, getting a couple of kills. Team Z Force still strong into this match, all by Nafis himself. Team Bangladesh Falcons still 0 kills. I'm surprised how they didn't get 1 kill yet. They have 4 players alive. Hopefully they will get kills on the later match. I continue getting a finish on Musawai. Nice play by I continue. Musawai, a very dangerous player. And D Company is also finished off by Evil Spray YD, and this is not looking good for BDX Viper, as BD71 Esports is dominating their players. Nafi is making a pressure. The Founders is about to get a couple of kills, and Nafi gets 2 clean kills by pushing in at the right moment. Nice play by Nafi. Nafi has 5 kills so far, and he's dominating this tournament early on today. This match is getting more and more fun as Team Syndicates gets eliminated. Now counter attack going in to save his teammate. Good revive right there with the smoke. You don't want to revive your teammate on open without a without the help of smoke. Dead Blast going in for a nade. I don't think that nade will work, but it is what it is. He got to try something. Zfierce getting in, couple of shots connected. Zfierce nearly knocks out that enemy team, but no. Fortunately, Dead Blast taking shots, and we can see finally Bangladesh Falcons is eliminated with 0 kills. Probably kind of embarrassing, but it's okay. They will make sure to have a good comeback within the next match. Suskito from Team Silent Storm with only 1 kill. Team Silent Storm has 1 kill under their belt. DLF, Delta Force, the Hitman, and Warsboy duo versus squad we see in tournament with 0 kills under their belt. Likely understandable for not having enough manpower. Noctu before going on for a spray, completely fumbles the spray. Noctu before trying to use the sniper now. Nafi under the cover. Nafi playing really well today with 5 kills under his belt. Dead Blast with Deadshot with 0 kills. I'm surprised. Where's Boy getting a knockout on Squeeze Autoless, and this is him looking for good for Team Genesis. But at the same time, Team Genesis is making a clean comeback instantly without wasting much time. And Delta Force is instantly eliminated by Team Genesis. Well played by Dead Blast and Noctu before. Xylens, the last survivor of Team Destroyer. Can Xylens survive this match and take his team to the victory? Xylens gets 1 knockout. Xylens knocked out Deadshot. Can Xylens knock out Cyanides? Can Xylens do it? Can Xylens finish off Deadshot at least? What will Xylens do? Oh, Xylens going for a finish on Deadshot, and Cyanide still doesn't know how to make a pressure on Xylens. Xylens only has 1 bullet. He needs to be careful about it right now. Cyanide is making the right pressure with the fire. Now with the BZ granite, Cyanide is making the perfect pressure against his enemy. And now Xylens is under extreme pressure. He needs to realize he's the final survivor of Team Destroyer, and Xylens is surviving with everything he got, and he's bandaging. And now Cyanide is putting a full pressure on Xylens, but Cyanide chose to run away. Nafis from Team Z-Force with 3 kills. Really impressive from Nafis, the newbie. Knocked you before getting knocked out by Prime Touch did. Groza spray. Prime Touch did finishing off Knocked you before. Well played by Prime Touch did. 2 kills under their belt now. Team Zeus Sabers Esports 0 kills. I'm really surprised. Normally they do really well early on, but hopefully they'll be able to make a comeback within this round. And he nearly knocks out Xylens, but Xylens gets finished off by the zone, and unfortunately the dominating team of today's first round, Team Destroyer, finally gets eliminated. Confusing হয়ে গেছে as team names mix হয়ে গেছে kind of. So hopefully এই problem technical difficulty টা আমরা next round এর ভিতর solve করে ফেলবো. So hopefully for this first round you guys can excuse this mistake, and we'll be fixing this very soon. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি Suskito going for a couple of shots. Suskito connected 1 shot. Mantasif from team. Mantasif still looking for a shot. Mantasif was going for a blind smoke. Suskito still trying to find a shot. And Suskito gets shot back. Suskito needs to be careful. And Squeeze or Alex connects another shot at Suskito. Nice shot by Squeeze or Alex. এখন আমরা একটা ফাইটে স্টেলমেট দেখতে পারছি অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ ওয়াই বিকজ জোনটা এখন একটু বড় রয়ে গেছে অ্যান্ড বেশি একটা প্লেয়ার অ্যালাইভ নাই, মাত্র 11টা প্লেয়ার অ্যালাইভ। জুসেভার স্পোর্টস থেকে সাইনাইড, the only player surviving with 0 kills. Cyanide completely misses the shot on Nafis, and Nafis knows Cyanide's position by now because of that gunshot sound. Mantasif looking for a shot at Suskito or Prime touched it. Mantasif goes for a shot at Kazuha. Mantasif going for a couple of clean shots. Nice connect by Mantasif. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে Cyanide and Nafis জোনের বাহিরে আছে. They're fighting each other. And Nafis finally dies and Z-Force is and Nafis' team got eliminated and Cyanides is the final survivor. Nafis is going for a clean shot, nearly knocks out Prime did, but unfortunately it didn't finish off. And now Mantasif is still looking for that kill. And Prime did instantly healed himself. Perfect play by Prime did. Now all he has to do is go back using a smoke or run away. And squeeze on Alex. Perfect lurking. Nice kill on Prime did. And Samurai shooting at there. Prime did from Team Silent Storm. Trying to get behind. And now Cyanides is eliminated by the zone. Squeeze out Alex. Nice body connect. Samurai going for a nade. Squeeze out Alex taking active PvP. Mantasif knocked out. Dead Blast reviving Mantasif up. Squeeze out Alex still maintaining a pressure on the enemy team. All Squeeze out Alex has to do is throw a grenade at the tree. It's a top 3 situation and I can see I continue driving around his truck. And Mantasif goes for a clean knockout, but unfortunately we can see I continue stealing a couple of kills and now Squeeze out Alex is pressurizing I continues car. Now the BRDM is slowly getting very low. They need to understand if they're going to roam around with the BRDM, if they're completely wasting BRDM, and that is the worst play they could make so far. Team BD71 Esports is most likely by now is going to lose this match since they messed up at the beginning when they were running around with the BRDM rather than using the BRDM as a weapon to knock out enemy team Squeeze or Alex or Mantasif, and now I continue making more mistakes trying to revive his teammate under the smoke, and now we can see this is going to be the slow ending demise of BD71 Esports. Oh my god, I continue making a comeback, but unfortunately I continue gets killed up by Team Dead Blast. Well played by Dead Blast and Mantasif, Squeeze or Alex, and knocked you before their team got Yes, perfectly fine. Okay, guys, we're back with the second match of our tournament today. This is the qualifiers for our PUBG Bangladesh Pro League Day 1. This is our match number 2. This tournament is powered by Hostcarm and this tournament is hosted by BD71. So make sure to check out our server BD71 in Discord and make sure to check out our sponsor Hostcarm since they're supporting this PUBG uh, industry in Bangladesh so much. So y'all make sure to support our supporters. And last match, sorry for our technical difficulty, আমাদের টিমের নামগুলি একটু mix and match হয়ে গেছিল, mismatch হয়েছিল, unfortunately, because this team names and everything is controlled by bots. আমরা অনেক কিছু bots control করে দিছি since আমাদের ম্যানেজমেন্টে মানুষ কম, making it much more convenient for us, making the management system more professional to say the least. And we're always ready for technical difficulties like these, and we always adapt as soon as possible, just like we did right now. And we can already see from Xylence from Team Destroyer, he's going in with his car. And Charlie BDF from Bangladesh Falcon still on his parachute. Counter attack from Bangladesh Falcon. Last round, Team Bangladesh Falcon didn't do much. Hopefully, they will be able to make a comeback this round. Mushfiqur Rahman from Dub for the win. Falnik, Devi for the win. They're all still running around trying to find a loot. They have no guns in their pocket. Falnik finally found a gun. So far, shop players just loot korche and they're taking their time with the rotation. Some teams are already making rotation. We can see it on the map. And some players are still looting. Depending on what they did on their past match, they need to make sure যে আজকে qualifier match. So আজকে 18টা team আছে, meaning 18 teams are left. And out of 18 teams, only 16 will be playing day 2 tournament. So they need to make sure they're playing their best, because if they end up at the bottom 2, they're not making it tomorrow. They need to play at their best level. Zoo Saver Esports finally back in with Jihad G in their team. And Momentum mid. Deadshot. Very strong team. Cyanides. Very strong team. The Falnik from Team Dub for the win, going for a rotation. Suskito from Team Silent Storm, still looting. Dead Blast making a rotation with his bike cycle. Squeeze out Alex, making a lot of sound for some loot. Team founders Orko taking a lot of shot, and Charlie BDF gets a clean knockout on Orko from BD. Orko from BD will be revived by his teammate. Is that the right call? Yes. No, they're taking their teammate away instantly rather than reviving. Smart play by Team The Founders. And counter attack gets knocked out by Albi Monster. Albi Monster going for a finish on counter attack. Albi Monster still trying to find kills. Going for a blind on the enemy. Albi Monster going for a kill shot on Jahid Whitey. Jahid Whitey knocked out. And Nafiz Crowd Skywalker finishes off Jahid Whitey. And Charlie BDF gets a knockout on Albi Monster. Albi Monster is completely down. Blue Boss is also down. And we can see Silence finishing off Excalibur, and unfortunately this isn't looking good for the team BDX Viper as they are wiped out. The Founders just wiped out Bangladesh. The Founders has dominated their team. BDX Viper has been eliminated very early on by Team Destroyer. They annihilated the team. Red Dragon already with another Groza. First matchও Groza হয়েছিল, এখন আবার আরেকটা Groza. Red Dragon having a couple of good luck right here. And Red Dragon taking a lot of damage from Cyanide, and perfect play made by the Zeus Saber Esports. And Red Dragon didn't even stand a chance against Deadshot. Deadshot finishes off Red Dragon and takes his Groza, snatches the Groza away, and goes on for a full 7mm reload. Perfect play by Deadshot. He will be unstoppable in close range as long as he doesn't miss his shot. Now we can see Hangshen is completely empty. Zeus Saber Esports are very strong with the startup today. In the second round, they had a very bad first round, but now they're making sure they're making the slow comeback like they always do. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি অনেকগুলি প্লেয়ার রোটেশন মেক করছে, অনেকগুলি টিম জোনের বাইরে আছে এন্ড জোনের ভিতরে যাচ্ছে. This is just the phase 1. Normally players within 5 to 8 minutes এর ভিতরে rotation make করে ফেলে, and Bangladesh Falcon has been eliminated by the Founders, and the Founders are currently dominating this match in second round. Xylens goes for a knockout, and Team Destroyer has Revenant from Team Destroyer so far only has four kills for Team Destroyer so far. Network lag detected, that's been fixed. Now Valorous Legion Esports last match বাজে গেছে তাদের. Hopefully this time around they will make a comeback. Nafi from Team The Founders. All of the players from The Founders are from BDX clan. Valorous Legion Esports still outside of the zone, not good call. They should already be doing rotation, and they should already be inside the zone by now. Prime Thursday making a rotation. The founders are making a good rotation. They're going all the way around the map. Perfect rotation, honestly, for a tournament rotation. Dark for the win. Dark side inside his car with his teammate Mushfiqur Rahman driving the car, and Squeeze Alex goes for a clean spray, and Squeeze Alex knocks out his enemy, and they're not stopping right there. They're going all the way in for that gas station. And Warbound Sakibet is hiding inside the bush. Malladaji from Team Haku Esports players trying to get their shots in. Okay, we're back. Now Cyanides is going in. Warrior Vow gets a knockout and finishes Saturn 710. Nafi going for a spray. The founders are very strong today with the second round. And Nafi is trying to go for the kill. Nighthawk has been eliminated. You can see Cosby from Team Z. Valorous Legion has already been eliminated. Wow. This is the second match in the tournament, dying on very early. And now we can see Chihaji gets a knockout on Deathstalker. Deathstalker gets a knockout on Fosby. And Chihaji looking for a final shot on Nafiz, and Z-Force has been eliminated by Zoo Saber Esports. Zoo Saber Esports annihilated, dominated Z-Force right there. As now we can see Team Frenzy. Now Silence from Team Dub for the win. Team Dub for the win is currently staying very strong with 4 kills under their name. Alvi Monster with 4 kills under his belt. That's how you know he's a very good veteran player who knows his gaming tactic. BD. Evil Spray YT from BD71 Esports. Orko from BD knocks out Ivan X Lazy Boy with a grenade. Nice grenade by Orko. Rod Skywalker making a pressure. BDX Viper going in for a full throttle pressure. Xylence looking for that easy kill. Alvi Monster still maintaining a pressure. Orko from BD is knocked out and finished off. Captain Blackbeard just finishes off Kale. And DM gets knocked out by Captain Blackbeard again. Captain Blackbeard on a spree of kills right now. Captain Blackbeard with another kill finish off. What a play by Captain Blackbeard, and Captain Blackbeard goes for another kill shot, and Captain Blackbeard has been eliminated, and his team goes down with him. Sidex finishes off Bengal Harami, making it mark the end for their team in the second round. Xylence from Team Dub for the win. Prime Thursday still looking for some kill shots. I continue knocked out, and I continue gets finished off by Dadun from Team Haku. Mushfikur finishes off Dadun too. Nice trade by Mushfikur. Montasip from Team Frenzy has a kill under his belt and is looking for his second kill as he knocks out his enemies. Prime Thursday from Team Silent Storm. Nafi gets knocked out, and Samurai is trying to go for a finish. And Haku Esports has been eliminated by Ash, by Alvi Monster. The founders, BDX Viper, is on a killing spree right now. They're dominating this tournament for the second round. Deadshot goes for a knockout on Alvi Monster. Nafi gets knocked out by the zone. Now we can see BDX Viper. This isn't looking really good for BDX Viper anymore. Zoo Saber Esports is also dominating this second round, as they have 10 kills under their belt too. This match is slowly getting more interesting, as we can see people are taking more fights. মানুষ আরো বেশি engage করছে একজন আরেকজনের সাথে with the close range to mid range gunfights. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি Team Silent Storm is under a lot of pressure from Team Z Force. I mean Team Zoo Saber Esports. Momentum Mid goes for a clean knockout, and Momentum Mid finishes off Samurai. Nice recoil control by Momentum Mid. Momentum Mid maintaining the pressure on Suskito. Momentum Mid. And he gets shot. Momentum Mid needs to be careful. And Suskito gets grenaded by Deadshot. Nice grenade by Deadshot. Zeus Saber Esports still dominating this match. Mantasip from Team Frenzy. They already won the last match. They're ahead by 10 points. But they're still getting a lot of kills. 6 kills under their belt. A lot of kills. Mantasip going for a quick rotation to collect his teammate. Squeeze or Alex. Now they're moving to a deeper ends of the zone. And already Dead Blast is maintaining a pressure and knocks out Momentum mid, and Deadshot finishes off Dead Blast. এখন আমরা দেখতে পারছি two top tier teams clashing against one another. Jihaji Mushfiqur knocks out Jihaji, and this isn't looking good for Zeus Saber Esports anymore. Since Zeus Saber Esports is getting pressurized by two different sides, by two different teams, and Cyanide takes shots from the back. Deadshot taking more shots, and Mantas and Zeus Saber Esports unfortunately gets finished off by Evil Spray YT, Mushfiqur and Evil Spray YT. They finished off Zeus Saber Esports like it was nothing. Well played by BD71 Esports players. Nice rotation and nice perfect timing when it came to getting the enemy team's flank. And Mushfiqur still applying pressure. Mushfiqur misses a couple of shots, and Sidex punishes Mushfiqur for missing his shots. Surprisingly, BT71 Esports doing really well today. Hopefully they will be able to maintain this consistent gameplay throughout this tournament. Consistency is the only way you can win PUBG tournaments. You need to be consistent, not be the top dog for the first day and completely drop off in the second day. You cannot have that. If you want to be a top tier esports player, you need to have consistency. Without you won't see much success in this kind of FPS competitive tournaments. And now we can see Squeeze Alex pressurizing the final player of BD71 Esports. Mushfiqur is extremely low, and Squeeze Alex finishes off Evil Spray YT, the second last surviving member of BD71 Esports. And BD71 Esports, it seems like they're about to be annihilated or eliminated. Either way, they're about to have their ends meet by the hands of Team Frenzy, and Team Frenzy seems to be looking for one more win, as তারা যত বেশি early on matches জিততে পারবে, যত বেশি points accumulate করতে পারবে for other players not adapting as fast as they should, তারা by the end of this tournament they will be ahead by a lot of points. Even if they make mistakes, they will be allowed to make mistakes, and they won't have any extra problem, to say the least. তাদের ওইরকম প্লেসমেন্ট নিয়ে আর চিন্তা ভাবনা করা লাগবে না once they are able to secure that perfect number of points. এখন মীর মাহিন দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে তার টিমমেটকে রিভাইভ দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করছে. Sidex trying to go for a revive, but suddenly teamed up for the win isn't looking really good anymore for Team Frenzy, as Mantasif goes for one more finish. Boy finishes off Xylence. Mir Mahin finishes off Shakil Khan. Things aren't looking good for Team Frenzy anymore, but Team Frenzy has 10 kills under their belt finally. B71 Esports still surviving, still hanging on to this round. I'm really surprised. I thought they'd already have their ending, but they're actually out surviving Team Frenzy, which is so smart and so ridiculously good. Being able to hold on to that survival mentality and seeking that extra placement point. Sidex from teamed up for the win. Trying to nade Worst Boy. Worst Boy still tries to pressure Sidex, but gets knocked out by the Molotov of Sidex. Outplayed by Sidex completely. Worst Boy. And now we can see Team Nighthawks is under a lot of pressure, but Nighthawks is slowly making a comeback as the Hitman gets a knockout on Mir Mahin with a clean headshot. Sidex finishes off Worst Boy, and Sidex is trying to finish off the last surviving member of Team Nighthawks. Mushfiqur gets another kill on Mantasif, but Mushfiqur gets finished off. Mantasif survives, And Mushfiqur, unfortunately, even after surviving for this long, Mushfiqur doesn't get any placement, extra placement point. এখন we can see Sydex throwing perfect nades, teamed up for the win, still under a lot of pressure from Team Nighthawks. Sydex finally তার টিমমেটকে রিভাইভ দিচ্ছে after a long wait. And this is the perfect time for the hitman to make the rotation as Sydex is busy with the reviving process. This gives Team Nighthawk the perfect time and the perfect moment of escape. And now we can see that Team Frenzy already is currently having the best positioning in the map. They have the best map control right now. If they are able to maintain this, if they are able to maintain this high ground advantage, they will win this tournament, uh, at least this round. But I don't see them winning this anymore right now because it's a 2v1 from both sides. Yes, it's currently a 2v1 from both sides, and it will be very pressurizing. And Squeezeout Alex gets knocked out by the grenade. And unfortunately, I don't see Team Frenzy surviving this last moment as Mir Mahin goes for the kill shot and gets a kill steal. Perfect play by Mir Mahin. And Mir Mahin going in, running it deeper into the part of the zones. Now it's phase 7 and the match is about to come to an end. It's a 2v2 versus 1. Montasif goes in for a knockout and Montasif finishes off the hitman. Well played by Montasif. Montasif still surviving this match, but he needs to be careful. Tar pichone duita enemy ache and they are looking for Montasif to be dead. And Montasif taking in shot from the back. Montasif under a lot of pressure right now. I don't think Montasif has the pressure help to survive this anymore. Montasif being pressurized by Mir Mahin. Montasif is going in for a good rotation. Hopefully he knows what he's doing as he's going towards the outer part of the zone. And Montasif finishes off NHK Saqib. Well played by Montasif with the perfect rotation. And Montasif survived this X side. Gets knocked out by Montasif. Can Montasif go for a heartbreaking victory over Team X side? Team player. Oh no, they don't teamed up for the win. Gets a clean victory over Montasif. Montasif really gave us the hopes that he might have go for a comeback, but unfortunately for teamed up for the win, they were on the better.
সাউন্ড নাই, আমি সাউন্ড দিব? দাঁড়ান, সাউন্ড তো আমিই দেইনি এই জায়গা দিয়ে মনে হয়। কি ডিসকর্ড অফ করবো আমি? এবার ঠিক আছে? দেখেন তো সাউন্ড আমি দিতেছি। এখন দেখেন তো হইতেছে কিনা? সাউন্ড আসতেছে কিনা ওইখানে?
Yo, 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 we're back. কিরে
একটু
Demo?
ইস্যু হয়েছে ভাই।
আল্লাহ রে।
ভাই
এখন-
এসএমএ ঢুকায় নাই।
এ না ঢুকাইছে তো।
সাউন্ড শোনা যায় লাইভে? আমি না ওইটা না।
না না
আমি আমি তো শুনতেছি বাট ইউটিউবে শোনা যাবে তো এটাতে বুঝবো না এখন।
ডিসকর্ডে তো শোনা যায় না।
একটু হাইলাইটসটা দেন আমি একটু করি।
হাইলাইটস দিমু কেমনে আমি, আমার
না, না
কাছে
ওই
তো কোনো
ইয়াসিন
কিছু।
ভাইরে বলতেছি, ইয়াসিন ভাইরে
ইয়াসিন
বলতেছি।
ভাই, হ্যাঁ। ইয়াসিন ভাইয়ের মাইক অফ কে? Okay, is everything ready? Are we clear to go?
হ্যাঁ, আপনি একটু শুরু করেন ইস্যু ভাই।
Okay, guys, we're back with the third round of our tournament qualifiers day one, and this tournament is sponsored by Hostcarm, and this tournament is hosted by BD71. This is PUBG Bangladesh Pro League Day 1 qualifier. Make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Be tuned for Day 2 because this is going to be a 4-day tournament. This is going to be a long tournament, and the winner of the tournament has 10,000 potential taka to win or to grab. There will be special victory monies also, so everybody is getting paid as long as they're playing like a pro. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to fix our previous issue with the team names and the match counter. We will be fixing all of those issues by tomorrow, hopefully. So, inshallah, by tomorrow, you will be seeing a perfect streaming schedule with a perfect, everything will be perfect. And now, finally, we're back seeing people looting around, a couple of people getting the kills. We can see Fosby trying to help out his teammate who's knocked out, Death Stalker. Death Stalker still knocked out in the open. Rude Bunny still looking for that kill. Now Haku Esports. We can see currently Team The Founders currently under a lot of pressure, honestly. As they're still not able to revive Death Stalker, their teammate, still at the open. Death Stalker manages to go to a cover finally. Will their teammates revive him? That is the question. Fugaziwa gets knocked out by Nafiz with a clean shot. And now we can see Maladaji trying to save his teammate. Nafiz gets finished off. Nice play by Maladaji. Maladaji going for another finish. And this isn't looking good at all for Team Da Founders. They had a really strong starting. They had two really strong startings, and now finally they're falling off in the third round as they're being dominated by Maladazi. Fosby, the last survivor of team BDX Esports. I mean, team, the founders. Maladaji still applying pressure with his double barrel shotgun. Fosby, the last surviving member. Can Maladaji secure his third kill of the tournament? Maladaji still seeking out the final player, Fosby. Fosby still hiding, still looking for an angle, and Fosby goes for a clean knock and goes for a clean finish on Rude Bunny. That was very obvious kill, and Rude Bunny had to be careful right there, but unfortunately he wasn't. Now Fosby still seeking for the enemy. He goes for a clean TPP, finds out an enemy just below him. You can see his enemy getting in, and now he's standing on the end of the stairs. Fosby is being pressurized completely by Team Haku. Fosby takes a lot of shot from Mr. White, and Mr. White finishes off Fosby, making it the end for the founders. Team Haku dominated the founders, as all of the players have been eliminated within the first 7 minutes of the match. iFlank takes a lot of damage from moment to mid. Going to mid, going for a lot of shots, and D Company is nearly knocked out. D Company is still trying to come back, and iFlank is instantly knocked out by Deadshot and Excalibur. And Musabhai is also knocked out by Cyanides. This isn't looking really good for Team Z Force anymore. Team Z Force under a lot of pressure with 2 players knocked out, and Team Zoosaver Esports just completely dominated Team Z Force. They didn't even stand a chance. They didn't even get damaged by Team Z Force. Team Z Force completely got eliminated within the first 8 minutes of the match by Team Z Force, by Team Zoosaver Esports. Now we can see that a lot of teams, অনেকগুলি team আছে যারা জোনের বাইরে, like হোসান প্রিজনে আছে এখনো, and কিছু team like শিপইয়ার্ডে আছে, জোনের বাইরে এখনো আছে, ওয়াংয়ে আছে. They need to make sure they're going for that rotation, কারণ zone already call করে ফেলেছে, and a lot of people, if they are able to make the right prediction, তাহলে জোনের middle ধরে রাখতে পারবে, and hopefully having the map control, they can have the win under their belt. All of them needs to focus on the rotation right now. That is the main goal. And এখন আমরা দেখতে পারছি যে so far the fights has been very stale. কোনো fight এখনো নাও হচ্ছে না. Every players are making sure they're wasting enough time without going for a nice rotation or anything. Every team is playing slow on their own. I continue seeking for a shot. অনেকগুলি প্লেয়ার টার্মিনাল ধরে রেখেছে. Nice rotation by them, or they have been there very early on. GTR Kazuha making a rotation with his teammates Suskito and Samurai. GRG is taking a lot of shots on Suskito. Will he be able to knock out Suskito? Unfortunately not. ITY is completely ignoring the parachute above his head. Goes for a different shot on a completely different target, shooting nothing. Dadun goes for a clean spray but misses mostly because of the car jumping. And Dead Blast going for a lot of damage. Dead Blast still trying to go for that shot on Suskito. And nice grenade by Mantasif. And Dead Blast gets knocked out. And Dead Blast is about to be finished by Farbis Pronto from Team Syndicate. Dead Blast is nearly finished off by Farabi Pronto. Mantasif finishes off Suskito. Well played by Team Frenzy right now. Mantasif knocks out Team Samurai. Xylan finishes off Samurai. Nice kill steal by Xylan's. Team Destroyer is racking up their kills. Valorous Legion Esports. Farabi Pronto still looking for some shots. Farabi Pronto from Team Syndicate. Dead Blast connecting couple of shots but gets connected back by Noob Mal. Nice connections from Team Syndicate. They're not messing around this round anymore. They're trying to make the comeback, the strong comeback of Team Syndicate. Could be real. Adolix completely misses his spray, fumbling the whole spray. I continue seeking couple of shots. Abimatsu gets rammed up by Team Haku's players. Rude Bunny has been killed by Jaura Boy. Skywalker finishes off Mr. White. This isn't looking good for Team Haku anymore. Jaura Boy finishes off Maladaji and Nafi finishes off Fugazi, and Haku Esports has completely been annihilated. Now Jaura Boy and his team already has a BRDM for free. Nice donation made by Team Haku, but unfortunately it seems like the BRDM is stuck and they're trying to get the BRDM free because that could be the winning condition. BRDMs are one of the best winning conditions if you don't know how to hard counter the BRDM. BRDM only gets hard countered by what? Like the missile, the bazooka was. So there are not many guns left to hard counter a BRDM. You won't be able to hard counter a BRDM with a grenade, so you have to look out for a panzer, or always try to have a panzer behind your trunk. A lot of players taking damage in the phase 3 zone. That isn't good. They should be rotating by now. They should be inside the zone by now because there are still 14 players left and it's been 15 minutes in the match and a lot of players, or at least 90% of the player base, is inside the zone. Not being inside the zone means you're completely playing the game wrong at the moment. And we can see Shaba Minati is knocked out and is about to be finished off by Extraduce. Extraduce still applying pressure. Exile knocks around Skywalker. Extraduce is completely destroying that car. Farby Pranto going in to apply more pressure. Nice grenade by Farby Pranto. Can he go for the finish? Yes! Nice knockout by Farby Pranto. Nice grenade right there. The Founders has been eliminated. Team Dub for the win. Still staying strong in this match. The Founders has been annihilated completely. Delta Force Zoo Saber Esports is currently dominating this round 2. Team Frenzy has been Shakil Khan seeking for that headshot. Team Frenzy still staying strong in this match. Bangladesh Falcons surprisingly still alive in this match. এখন আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে zone is coming to an end and most likely the zone will stick around close to the market area of the terminal, so any player who is trying to seek for a clean zone entry and try to stay safe, they should head towards the market, or they should try their best to go towards the market as soon as possible. Momentum mid, looking for the shot, perfect shots connected. But now the enemy is not giving him a body to shoot anymore. Unfortunating for Momentum mid, he cannot keep on applying the pressure without being able to see the enemy body. Momentum mid still pushing on, going in. Captain Blackbeard is running in to save his knocked out teammate Numal. Jiaji nearly destroys the BRDM. Oh my god! Oh my god, Jiaji just destroyed Team Dub for the win with that BRDM blast. Nice kill by Jiaji right there. What a clean kill right there. Team Dub for the win took that BRDM too lightly to not understand that that would have been the end of their match, and that was a very sad ending for their team. Completely being annihilated by Jiaji himself. And Syndicate is eliminated too, as Shakil Khan goes for the clean headshot spray. Zoo Saber Esports with 10 kills on their name, they are dominating this match. Deadshot with 2 knockouts on Team Haku. What a play by GRG. And Deadshot. Cyanide goes for a finish on ITYP3. Team Haku doesn't seem to be under a good condition right now, as Team Haku is slowly being completely annihilated by Team Zoo Saber Esports, and slowly Zoo Saber Esports is taking in the map control for themselves as they're dominating the map and the region with their raw gunpowder. Adolis from Valorous Legion Esports still with 0 kills. Valorous Legion Esports still doesn't have any kills in this match. Probably still standing on 0 points. DX Mushfigur with a nice grenade on FNFE. Nice grenade by DX Mushfigur. Evil Spray YT still camping inside the building. DX Mushfigur with another kill under his belt. He seems to be very happy with his gestures of sitting up and down and running and jumping around. Montasif gets knocked out for a mistake of going outside, and Cyanide completely demolishes Montasif right there, and Jihad gets knocked out too, and this isn't looking good anymore for Team Zoosaver Esports, and Deadshot and Momentum Mid completely having a comeback with finishing off and knocking out Dead Blast and Shakil Khan, and Montasif gets finished off by Cyanide, and we can finally see that Team Zoosaver Esports is making a comeback. Cyanide goes for another finish on Dead Blast, and Cyanide is going for more pressure. Team Frenzy isn't looking good anymore. They need to look behind that car and they will get the final kill, and the Team Frenzy will completely be eliminated by Team Zoosaver Esports. Team Zoosaver Esports clutches the complete annihilation of their team instantly from Team Frenzy. What a play by Team Zoosaver Esports, saving their asses easily from a deadly ending. And Deadshot gets knocked out by Squeeze on Alex. Team Frenzy still trying to make their comeback. Deadshot is still knocked out. Cyanide is making a lot of pressure. Cyanide still going in. Cyanide still trying to find Squeeze on Alex. He doesn't seem to know where Squeeze on Alex is. He has no map knowledge right now. Squeeze on Alex still holding a right angle. He shouldn't be pressuring anymore. And now we can see Momentum Mid pressuring from a different angle. And Team Frenzy has been annihilated by Team Zoosaver Esports. What a play by Team Zoosaver Esports. I'm loving their teamwork right now. They're completely going in for trades back to back, and they have demolished multiple teams like that for just having the team synergy at the moment. Right. Team Zoosaver Esports and Jihad G gets finished off by the zone. This doesn't look good for Team Zoosaver Esports, as Jihad G was one of the top fraggers of their team. They have to play without Jihad G now. Bangladesh Falcon surprisingly has 2 kills under their belt. And oh, Jahid Whitey with 2 knockouts just behind that bush. Nice recoil pattern control by Jahid Whitey, and Team Falconix team is about to be eliminated completely by the zone and by Dark Side gets finished out by the zone. Tadun finishes up Bulu Boss. Momentum Mid has a really nice map control view, but unfortunately he's still outside of the zone and he needs to cross a big dead ground to get inside the zone. But they currently have the best map positioning. Team Zoosaver Esports is most likely about to win this match just because of their map positioning only. Momentum Mid gets the finish on Bulu Boss. Team Zoosaver Esports with a lot of kills under their belt. I continue. Knocks out Zawade, Kudu, Kudasai. Okay. Momentum Mid goes for a finish on Evil Spray YT. And Bangladesh Falcon completely finished off. And Zoosaver Esports with 20 kills. Wow, that's pure domination right there by the team. Zoosaver Esports still clinging on to this match. I continue. Knocked out Scorpion. Can he finish off Scorpion? That is the question. Evil Spray YD goes for the finish. DX Mush Figure going for a lot of pressure right now. 13 Cents is about to fight DX Mush Figure, and DX Mush Figure finishes off 13 Cents, and Team BD71 Esports completely annihilated Team VLE. Deadshot goes for a clean knockout on I Continue. Now Deadshot patching himself up as soon as possible behind the ridge. Nice placement by Deadshot. Still has 4 kills under his belt, but doesn't have a shield, body armor to protect him. All the enemy team is outside of the zone, and that is how you know you should be looking at the map and having that map control, having that rotation played made very early on. And unfortunately, you can see for PD71 Esports, they are outside of the zone, and Cyanides unfortunately gets knocked out, making it much tougher for Zoo Sabers Esports to control the map anymore, as he's about to be finished off, making it only 2 players alive. So it's a 2v2, 2v2, 2v2 versus 4 BD71 players. Badrev trying to get inside the zone with the help of smoke. And Deadshot knocks out I Continue once again. Deadshot still applying pressure. Deadshot needs to be careful. Red Dragon gets 53 damage on Deadshot, and Deadshot gets his 5th kill, and Deadshot gets Red Dragon knocked out. Deadshot going for multiple knockouts. Can Deadshot get one more kill? A lot of players being knocked out by the zone. Mushfigur is knocked out by the zone. And now we're about to see Momentum Mid finishing off one more player. Can he do it? Momentum Mid. Yes, Momentum Mid gets another kill, and BD71 Esports has been eliminated completely. Even though they had the most amount of players, they got outplayed, outclassed, outsmarted at that moment. And Deadshot finishes off Adolix. Team Zoo Saber Esports is most likely about to win this match. They have dominated this match so far. They have 24 kills. That is really crazy. If they can win this match, that will mean they're having 36 points within one match. They had 2 first match as a stinker. They nearly made this type of gameplay within the second round, but now within the third round we are able to see how consistently good they're getting at adapting to the map knowledge and to the map rotations. That's what you would love to see from a team. That's what you would love to see, the perfect synergy they have in between them. As you can see, Momentum Mid making cover and anchoring for Deadshot, and Deadshot applying pressure against Dadadun. This is a 2v2 situation where Deadshot and Momentum Mid has most of the map control and the zone control. And Deadshot makes the mistake of pressuring for no reason, and it seems like Deadshot just threw the match for Team Zoo Saber Esports, as it becomes a 2 versus 1 situation as Deadshot gets knocked out. That was a complete throw from Zoo Saber Esports. And the Momentum Mid is being pressurized. Hopefully Momentum Mid can clutch for Team Zoo Saber Esports, or else this will be a very sad ending, as they did everything perfectly, from having the map control to having the rotations done perfectly. But Momentum Mid gets eliminated. Wow. Team Zoo Saber Esports completely fumbled the easy victory right from their grasp. But they dominated when it came to the charts, when it came to the numbers of getting kills. 24 kills in the third round of day one with 3,100 damage and 11 assists. Zoo Saber Esports were truly the winners of this round, but unfortunate throw from Deadshot threw their match winning away. And well played to C4 ARP, Diem, and Dadun for holding on and waiting for their enemies to make the mistake, which the enemies did, and they eventually came out on the top, securing the victory. Well played to
থামেন
Team
থামেন না।
Night Hunters.
এবারও একটু হালকা ইয়ে আছে ঠিক ঠিক। আপনি ওইটা ফাইল সম্পূর্ণ ফাইল ডিলিট করে দেন।
ভাই রে ভাই, এদিকে কমেন্ট্রি দিতেছি আর মশায় আমার কামড়ায় খেয়া লাগতেছে। ভাই রে ভাই, কি হইতেছে? আগের মতো স্ট্রিমও করতে পারতেছি না। তো মশা, বাসা তো মশা ঢুকে কেন বুঝিও না। Okay. Blue Saber Esports at number 1, number 2 Team Frenzy, number 3 Dub for the win, 8071 Esports with top 4, and top 5 goes to BDX Viper. কমেন্ট্রি স্টার্ট করার কথা উঠলে বললেন।
হ্যাঁ স্টার্টটা
Okay. Okay, we're finally back with the final match of today's tournament. This is the 4th match at Erangel. PUBG Bangladesh Pro League Day 1 Qualifier. This is the final match, and hopefully people will go out with a bang. They will try to give their best because this is their final chance to stick around in this tournament, because 2 teams will be eliminated as soon as this match is over, and from tomorrow we will be seeing only 16 teams rather than 18 teams going into the match. This tournament is sponsored by Hostcarm, and this tournament is hosted by BD71 Esports. So please support Hostcarm, and please make sure to check out BD71 since they are trying to keep Bangladesh PUBG PC community alive. Both of the team is trying to their best to keep this gaming scene alive in Bangladesh. So supporting us means we will give more back to you guys as soon as we are able to see some success. Now we are seeing Momentum Mid finally going for a couple of shots. Momentum Mid trying to find a shot at GRG. Mr. White using his mortar. Interesting choice from Team Haku's player, Mr. White. So very early on we are talking about, so no players are concerned about making zone rotations. They're just focused on getting their loots done, completed as fast as possible, which makes sense. And some players are going in for that early rotation. Now we're about to see a fight take place in power plant. Maybe we're about to see something happen, as Revenant is making pressure and Excite is also making pressure with Revenant. We can see Assassino, Albi Monster, and Arco from BD. 3 players alive in their team. Nafi going down very early on within the first 2-3 minutes of the match. iFlank trying to go for a pressurizing grenade on 13 Cents, but that wouldn't work. 13 Cents has already removed himself and repositioned in a different area of the building. Scorpion trying to find better positioning. Excalibur climbing up the building, going in through a different angle, which is really smart from Excalibur. But Scorpion was looking at Excalibur, but D Company goes in for a clean headshot on Scorpion. Now we are seeing Teams at Force making the proper pressure. iFlank finishes off Scorpion. Excalibur knocks out 13 Cents. Team Haku doesn't look good for them anymore. 13 Cents is finished off by Excalibur. Team Z Force playing perfectly fine. Team 18 has been eliminated. Team 12. Okay. Now D Company. Now we are seeing already Saber Esports going in for a rotation very early. Very, very early. We're talking about within the first 5 minutes. We're seeing Deadshot making the rotation play. Which is he's the first player to make the rotation play within first 5 minutes of the round 4. We haven't seen any other player make rotations yet, making him the fastest rotator right now of the round 4. And along with him, Deadshot going in from the ground, we can see Cyanide going in through the air and GRG going in with the ground. They're making good progression without putting their team on the risk of losing each and every player. Keeping one player alive gives them the best shot of winning this tournament or having more placement points. Very high IQ play made by Saber Esports. Jai Dwighty going for as many shots as possible in this sandstorm, but I don't think he's able to see anything anymore because of that sandstorm. DX Moosefigure still hiding in behind the road, trying to go for that easy knockout if someone passes him by with a car. Jai Dwighty punching the... Okay. DX Moosefigure is still trying to find that enemy that is nowhere near him, is just kind of fighting a ghost by himself. He thinks he's fighting somebody or somebody is very close to him. He thinks that, I guess. And Mushfiqur is really traumatizing himself. You can see right now he's really concerned. It seems like enemies everywhere near him, but there is nobody actually even close to him. It's kind of funny that he's just over concerned about not dying. Now Assassino gets a little bit of damage from his teammate car, and Alvi Monster is going in for a random push pressure. Alvi Monster needs to be careful. Ivan X is a good player, and Alvi Monster goes for a clean knockout. Alvi Monster seems to doesn't know where Ivan X is, and Alvi Monster goes in for the second knockout. What a play by Alvi Monster, knocking and finishing off Banga Boltu and Ivan X Lazy Boy instantly. Arco from BD finishes off Intezar. GTR Kazuha nearly gets Arco from BD but misses most of his shots. Unfortunately, I don't think GTR Kazuha and Samurai will be making it this round anymore without trying to go for a recall for their teammates. Alfie Monster from BDX Viper has been dominating very early on from the first round of today's match, and he's still going in for more domination, throwing around nades, trying to prove that he is looking for more kills, hungry for more kills, jumping around inside the compound. They have 8 kills so far under their belt. Things aren't looking good for GTR Kazuha and his teammate. Team Silent Storm seems to have a very bad starting on the round 4th. Warbound Esports still with 0 kills but making rotation. Darkside finishes off Captain Blackbeard. Arc finishes off Extrudos. Titlas going for that air kill shot with a Drugnov. Arif 1971 still looking for enemies in the open. Arif 1971 gets knocked out. And Farby Pranto knocks out Falknik. Farby Pranto finishes off Falknik. Farby Pranto making extreme pressure. Team Syndicate is currently trying to dominate right now and goes for another finish. Well played by Farby Pranto. 2 finishes under his belt. Still looking for that kill shot on FS Sabbir. Mantasib knocks out Nafiz. The founder is about to get dominated by Team Frenzy. Squeeze on Alex, going in for those shots, missing most of them. Squeeze on Alex, still pressurizing enemies from a very long distance. Warrior Bhau still running for his life and finally gets his tires cracked by Shakil Khan. Shakil Khan being really persistent. Can he get that kill? Can he really get that kill? And no, he doesn't, as Warrior Bhau barely makes it alive. Wow. Shakil Khan nearly got that kill from like a 700-meter range. That would have been really impressive in a tournament scenario. FNF gets knocked out by Jahid Whitey. So far, people are just playing around the mountains of Cantora. Farabi Pranto still camping in warehouse or trying to pressurize and get inside the warehouse, trying to make some pressures against the enemy dark side. So far, the fight is exactly at that stalemate point where people are wasting their time rather than going into the zone and making rotation plays, since every player is practically not using their guns at the moment, since they are not able to find anyone to engage against each other. Everyone is just busy at rotation or making loot. This is that boring part of the tournament where we have to wait for some people to make interesting rotations to making interesting driving gameplays like Samurai completely botching his driving in front of a very important region like San Martin. Farabi Pranto making a pressure. FS Sabbir gets knocked out. Nubal finishes off FS Sabbir. Farabi Pranto. Team Syndicate does a lot of pressure, but no. And we see Farabi Pranto and Nubal being left behind in phase 3. This is so bad for their team. They're so away from the zone. They need to find a car instantly and they need to get the hell out of here. They're very far away from the zone, and the first thing they need to do is get inside that zone as soon as possible, because or else they will die as soon as the zone connects. Phase 4 is extremely dangerous to be outside. I type ITYP3 nearly knocks out Darkside, who was landing. The grenade nearly takes him out too, but the grenade barely misses. Mantasiv making sure to use the water treatment reach to his advantage. Darkside taking damage. Darkside, the last surviving member of his team. Dadoon still seeking shots at Darkside. Can Dadoon finish off Darkside? He's getting that pixel shot. Unfortunately, Darkside is under extreme pressure, and Darkside, final player of his team, gets eliminated, destroyed by Dadoon. And I type Y3. Now Zoosaber Esports getting their knockouts as Cyanides take down YT Mr. Deadshot goes in for an amazing headshot on YT Mr. And TRG gets a nice kill on Pathby. Cyanide, Deadshot pressurizing ITYP3. ITYP3 might go for his own ending right now, as Deadshot is going in for the rotation, but Deadshot gets caught off in the middle, and Deadshot clutches and survives ITYP3's spray, and Musabai finishes off the Hitman X007 with NHK Saki being finished off too. Cyanide finally finishes off ITYP3. Judgy knocks out Warrior Bao. Team Zoosaber Esports finally started dominating once again in this round. They were a slow burner this time around, but they are dominating right now as they have the most amount of kills out of all the teams, with 3 kills under their belt and soon to be 4, as Dandadoon is knocked out and Deadshot is looking for that final kill shot on Team Haku. Cyanide is knocked out. Cyanide gets finished off, unfortunately. Now this isn't looking good anymore for Zoosaber Esports, and Mantasiv finishes off Team Haku's last surviving member, and Frenzy versus Team Zoosaber Esports Part 2 is about to take place once again, as Deadshot is about to go up against Shakil Khan X and Mantasiv in a 2v1 situation, where we can see Deadshot is being flanked. Deathstalker with a nice spray knocking out Mr. White, but he goes out making a mistake, trying to go for a kill finish. This is not okay from Deathstalker's call. He's lucky that Icon didn't miss multiple of his shots. Deadshot being finished off by Mantasiv, and Zoosaber Esports is about to go down completely in this round, as their players are whittling down one by one. This goes for a knockout and finish on Orko from BD, and everyone is knocked out. Oh my god. Wow, Albi Monster just finished off the whole team right there with the help of Assassino and Orko BD knocking out Samurai. Well played by BDX Vipers. They're dominating this round once again. Shakil Khan going in for clean connections. I continue taking a lot of damage from outside of the zone. I continue is nearly getting knocked out by the zone. Musabhai needs to be careful. He's really low on hit points. He's taking a lot of damage from phase 4. And Noobmal is also taking a lot of damage. This is the type of things you have to go through when you're taking a lot of damage from the zone. And I think the whole team Z-Force is about to be eliminated outside of the zone just because they're taking a lot of fucking damage from phase 5 zone. And we can see Noobmal is taking shots and Noobmal gets knocked out too. And Noobmal is about to be finished off. This doesn't look good anymore for Team Syndicate as one of their important player goes down. As Squeeze on Alex still applying pressure. Squeeze on Alex still trying to apply as much pressure as possible. But he takes shot from Charlie BDF. Charlie BDF retaliates against Squeeze on Alex. And Frenzy is now trying to recover. Now we can see Mantasif goes in for finish on Bulu Balls. Nice shots from Mantasif connecting each and every one of them. Magnus goes in for as many shots as possible, but that didn't work. And Shakil Khan X just gets finished off by Nafi. 69 and well played by Team BDX Viper once again. They're getting in their kills. We can see too many kills are happening at the same time. A lot of players are getting finished off. Now we're able to see a lot of fights at the same time. And Mantasif going in for that pixel shots on Charlie BDF. And yes, Charlie BDF, Jahid Whitey and counter attack goes down, meaning their whole team goes down with them. Team Frenzy just dominated the team of Team Charlie. And Jihadji goes for a clean headshot with the AWM. That's an overkill headshot right there from Jihadji. Well played shot. Dead Blast looking in to finish, but Dead Blast gets knocked out in return. Bad play by Dead Blast. He gets outsmarted by Nafi and outgunned by Nafi too. And Squeeze out Alex finishes off Nafi, meaning this is the end for BDX Vipers. And Nafi at least still finishes off Dead Blast. That was the final nail in the coffin for Frenzy. Momentum mid, going for as many shots as possible, being annoying to other players. That's what you want in tournament, being annoying. Shooting as much as possible. Momentum mid trying to force a connection on the head. Top four teams left. Squeeze out Alex from Frenzy. Outside of the zone, nearly dies. Trying to get inside of the zone, but barely survives. But I think Squeeze out Alex is about to get down. And yes, he gets knocked out by Momentum Mid. Perfect connection by Momentum Mid after fumbling for 2 to 5 shots. Now, Momentum Mid trying to go for the finish on Squeeze out Alex. But Momentum Mid gets pressurized as Squeeze out Alex is trying to be saved by his teammate. Team Frenzy is currently under a lot of pressure from Momentum Mid. Squeeze out Alex finally gets finished off by Mac Noob, which is very unfortunating for Team Frenzy. Mac Noob making a comeback to this tournament with the first kill on a very good player. Now we can see that only one team has the compound under their control and also the high ground at the same time, making them have the most amount of advantage. Team Warbound Esports, MacNoob has the first kill, first and only kill under his belt so far. Mantasif, the final surviving member of Team Frenzy, trying to survive as much as possible to get that third spot or that win. They're looking for that second win on this day one qualifiers today. GSG connects couple of shots at Rude Bunny. GSG bursting off the tires of his Mirado. Now Team Zoo Saver Esports is completely shifting their focus and pressurizing the team with most amount of players. The match is about to go to the phase 7. Economically players will be forced to move out of their spot and go to an uncomfortable zone where they really don't want to be at. Team Warbound Esports having the best position so far. If they can maintain this positioning, they will firmly win this round. All they have to do is just maintain this positioning, hold on to this building for their dear life, and they will win this round. All they have to do is have the control of this hard building, that's all. And maintain the control on the hard building. That's all they have to do. As long as the zone is within the hard building, that's for sure. But currently, they have the most amount of advantage. Warbound Esports surprising comeback really. Momentum mid. Finally going for the rotation. তারা কোথায় এখন যাবে? That is the question because তেমন একটা area নাই to cover and তেমন একটা cover নাই to cover and Team Haku just annihilated Zoo Saver Esports for making a mistake of staying outside of the zone. Bad positioning from Team Zoo Saver Esports. Last round they had the perfect positioning but bad timing of pressure. And this round they had the bad positioning but right timing of rotation. It just didn't work out. Bad luck. But they have been qualified for day 2 since they dominated that second round and the third round. So they will be going in for the day 2 without any issues. They're way ahead by a lot of numbers and points by now in the leaderboard. Mandasiv, the last surviving member, out surviving Zoo Saver Esports and hoping and praying that the other two teams fight against each other and kill each other off, and Mandasiv can have that second spot all but for himself. The enemy team doesn't seem to know where Mantasif is currently. Doesn't seem to know where Mantasif is literally. Like, Mantasif is behind them. If only Mantasif understands that all he has to do is play trigger discipline and not move around much, not make much sound, then Mantasif can really hope to get that, that dreamy second spot or that first spot if he's able to see a 1v1 situation, if other team they kill off each other. All Mantasif has to do is just trigger discipline. All he has to do is trigger discipline and wait for his moment, that's all. But Mantasif doesn't wait for his moment. He goes still in for the kill. Well played by Mantasif, but I think this and Mantasif still playing the trigger discipline. Adolix finally knows where Mantasif is. trying to go for that perfect nade. They're making the perfect pressure against Montasir. Bad rev going in for the different side rotation. And Montasir is completely blinded by the enemies. And at this point, Montasir nearly survives that, but unfortunating because they won't be surviving a close range combat against a shotgun. And this looks really good for our team Warbound Esports, and unfortunating for Frenzy, they have finally been eliminated as Montasif went down. This is all about two teams now. This is Team Destroyer versus Team Waterbound, boys. Let's see who wins this round. This is the final round of our day one qualifiers. Team Warbound boys. Team Warbound boys versus Team Destroyer. Let's see who reigns supreme and who becomes the winner of the final round. Malladaji already making pressure from Team Destroyer. Warbound boys with shotguns and very strong close range guns only. Warbound boys only probably wants the close range fight, which is very smart for having a hard cover as a controlled defense. Malladaji going for a pressure. Max Noob doesn't realize that Malladaji went in for that. And Adolix goes for a knockout on Malladaji, and Malladaji gets finished off by Adolix. Malladaji went for a good kill, but unfortunately couldn't keep up. Now we can see Fugazi Wazi. Adolix gets knocked out. This isn't looking good for our team anymore. And such an unfortunating loss for our Team Warbound boys as Team Destroyer completely annihilates them. Team Destroyer completely outsmarts Team Warbound boys, but at least it was impressive that the Warbound boys were able to stay alive for this long into the match, and Warbound boys were able to get a couple of lucky points with the placement points. Well played by every team, honestly, with the Warbound boys not being able to secure the victory, but they still got the runners up with our Team Destroyer getting the number 1 spot and Team Frenzy getting the number 3rd spot. Yeah, guys, they played really well. I gotta give it to them with them, each of them having above 5 plus kills and only below as it goes down. But as you can see on Team 11, the BDX Viper, Nafi, Alvi Monster, Assassino, and Orca from BD, they have dominated this match with 14 kills under their name. And same goes for the Team 12, Team Z Force, D Company, iFlank, Musabai, and Excalibur dominated this match. They were like the true top dogs of this round number 4 and the finale match of our day one's tournament. So far, this is the end of our tournament for today, and we'll be back with another tournament tomorrow. So stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, and yeah, make sure to support our Oscarm. That's our sponsor, and make sure to check out our server BD71 Esports as they're hosting this tournament. So we'll see you guys very soon. So assalamu alaikum. My name is Fahim Hussain, and we will see you with day 2 stream tomorrow.
আপডেট দিতেছি।
আচ্ছা। As we can see that we are still waiting for the scoreboard update, and after the scoreboard update we are going to check the 2 teams that got disqualified and the other 16 teams that got qualified. We are going to wait for the scoreboard update and we are going to check the scoreboard before we end the stream completely for day 1.
আর এখন এখন দেখেন স্কোরবোর্ড আপডেট হইছে।
Now, as we can see from our day 1's scoreboard results, Zoo Saber Esports at number 1 without winning one single match, but they dominated so much in that third match. They instantly got that number 1 spot. Team Frenzy maintained a very good consistency of getting kills and placement points, so really well played, well balanced team right there at BDX Viper. They dominated this time around in the last 3 matches, but unfortunately they couldn't get one victory under their belt, but they still got 38 points under their name. Dub for the win with 27 points and BD71 Esports with 19 points. And the 2 teams that has been eliminated were Team Genesis and Team Delta Force, as they weren't able to secure more than 1 point to 0 points, and Night Hunters just barely surviving, not getting knocked out from the tournament, as they are also tied out with Valorous Legion Esports. Both of them needs to bring their A game on the day 2, or else they won't be seeing beyond top 10 in this tournament, as they just barely survived today's qualifier. So like and subscribe to this channel in YouTube and every streaming platform wherever this stream is being streamed, and make sure to stay tuned for our day 2 live stream, and the tournament continues